Hello, Sister Goons. My name is Ox, and welcome back to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. In the last video, we managed to get through Viridian Forest and get ourselves a Bulbasaur. In today's video, we will be taking care of Brock. But before then, I wanted to share with you a little trick that you can get for some early money. So, outside of the Pewter City museum is this woman who wants to go in, but she's afraid of leaving her Slowpoke behind. So, being the Good Samaritan, we essentially do a bit of pet sitting. And eventually, our character falls asleep, but it's not for very long. The woman does come back, and she does give us a reward for it, which is a big pearl in this case. And you can sell that at the shops for a lot of money. And you're going to need that for not only medicine, but also for balls. Now, the gyms are structured very, very weird in this game because you need certain requirements in order to get into the gym in the first place. So, for example, with Pewter City, you need to show this dude either a grass or a water type. Now, this is where the oddish that we saw at the beginning of the game comes into play, because that is an early grass type that you can get. In fact, it is the easiest way for you to get into the gym, and is probably the better option to take care of Brock because of the rock types. Now, rock type Pokemon normally they prioritize a very high physical defense, which is kind of a problem for Bulbasaur because all he has is a physical attack, at least when you start out. Off screen, I did level him up to level 10 because, well, actually, is that level 10? Hold on a second. Well, actually, probably couldn't tell. You guys can probably see, but I think I leveled him up to about 11 or 12. Oh wait, I think he's gonna come out in a second here. Let me see after this particular dude. Get it, dude? Because Geodude. Still looks like level 10 to me. Oh well. No, that's probably just my eyes fucking with me though. Anyway, bit of a fun fact about this dude. Yeah, it's the light years trainer. Light years isn't a measure of time; it's a measure of distance. So a little thing that I like to do is that I like to save before every gym battle in case things go foobar. And, you know, also kind of gives me a place where I can be like, okay, so, well, it's like a safety precaution, though. Like, if you're doing a Nuzlocke, then, unless you want to take a break for the day, it's probably not a good idea to do what I just did. So, anyway, first gym leader is Brock, who specializes in, rock types. Now, first he'll send out a Geodude, you know, a pretty standard stuff. The other trainers have done that so far, but his is a little bit stronger, because as you've seen right there, we were able to one-shot the other Geodudes, but we have to two-shot Brock's. But now, in comes his ace, which is Onix. And Onix is a very intimidating Mon, mainly, well, like in the show, it was due to his size, but if you have Bulbasaur, he is really, really tanky, you know, because Onix has incredibly high physical defense. Everything else is not very good. You know, like just a regular rock throw was not enough to, you know, like do half damage, so whatever. But but a little bit of a saving grace that that Let's Go gives you is that a Pikachu can learn double kick pretty early on, which will give you a fighting, like it will give you a chance to fight back against Brock. Now, what I probably should have done was that I should have went with a Leech Seed for Brock first. So that way we can zap away a little bit of health each time. Now, I did win, but I mainly had to switch out. Like, I was probably playing a little dangerous, and okay, so I was still level 10. Christ. Anyway, so that is Brock defeated, and well, he's not gonna be the easiest gym there is. So, well, like, the gym leaders from here on out are gonna get a little tougher. So, you better be willing to sit down and catch a bunch of Pokemon. So, you know. And I like that little high five animation. You know. But anyway, now that we've beaten Brock, we have the Boulder Badge, which will now let us catch Pokemon up to level 20. Any trade, a Pokemon will actually listen to us. Now, each gym will also give you a TM, or a technical machine. Now, thankfully, this is the part of the franchise where TMs were not a one-time thing, like what they have been doing today. But, well, before then, I did want to mention something about this. So, after each important battle, I think it's important battle. You'll get this this notification to play with your partner, and that's what I like to do, because, you know, it's like, because, like, there is some benefit to doing it, as I mentioned in the previous part. But anyway, so back to the whole TM thing, right? Now, so from generations 1 through 4, TMs were a one-time thing, okay? Like, let's say you had Ice Beam, right? A very good Ice-type move. Well, you could only use it once, and that's it. From Gen 5 onward, you could use TMs more than once. Oh, and yeah, we have Blue. Yes, that is literally his name, Blue. If you've played the original games, then you know exactly who this guy is. He is the rival to the player character Red. And this game, well, the inclusion of Blue makes it a little bit weird, like if you wanted to place this game on a timeline or something, because, Blue is... sorry. Red is seen in this game, okay? But he is like a post-game super boss, right? And Blue is actually the next gym leader after you beat the game, right? Now, I'm trying to think. Sorry. Oh, right. So, eventually we will be seeing a Team Rocket, which is the evil team for the game. You know, it's a standard Pokemon affair where you'll get introduced to the evil teams, and they will be part of the story from here on out, right? But Red defeated Team Rocket and Giovanni. So, and like from what I remember, Blue says that actually happened, but they're back, and Giovanni never really went away. So was it all a lie? Was that just like a fabrication that Blue made up to feel good about himself or something? Like I don't know. I really don't know. But you know, it's one of those things that does kind of bother me because, you know, plot is kind of what drives a game these days. And Pokemon, well, do not expect Shakespeare with the franchise because like these are meant for kids, right? You can't expect a lot of stuff for you know, for a kids game, right? So, oh, sorry. Anyway, now, okay, so now that we've defeated Brock, we can head on over to the route next to the city. And I already forgot the route's name. Well, I forget which number it is. I apologize. But we're introduced to, I believe those are coach trainers, right? Basically, they are a bit more challenging trainers, but if you beat them, they will give you certain items, and in some cases, TMs, which we're gonna need for like one member, I think. But now I'm putting the TM that Brock gave us to good use, because the TM he gave us is a headbutt. Now, in the original Gen 1 games, Brock gave you the move Bide, which was a 2-turn move where you did not do anything, and if you were hit by a Pokemon, you would deal damage to them equal to double what they did, right? So, not really a good move, in my opinion. It's like, okay, why would I waste 2 turns in order to deal twice as much damage when I'm probably going to be dead? So, yeah, that's why most players either get rid of it or just don't use it at all. But the move, but in Gen 3, I believe, he gave us the move Rock Tomb, which is a pretty good early rock move where it's not very powerful, but it does reduce speed. However, for Let's Go, he gave us arguably an arguably better move in the form of Headbutt. Because while it is a normal type attack, its base power is 70, which at this point in the game is ridiculous. And not only that, but it has a chance to flinch, as you saw in the previous battle. And that can come in handy like no tomorrow. And yeah, this kid is a mandatory. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say mandatory. You could just go down there, but I think he had I think he had a new Pokemon that we could see. Oh yeah, because some trainers will have some of the Pokemon that you've already encountered before, and I kind of took a risk in sending in Brute here because the Nidoran line can have the move Peck, which is a flying type move. Though thankfully he just went for Poison Sting, which won't really do anything because I'm part poison, and yeah. With typings, there's a whole rock, paper, scissors thing going on, but like, I'm pretty sure you can figure that out when you're still figuring things out. But as soon as we get to the next Pokemon Center, there is something that I wanted to do there, and I will show it off as soon as I get that lure. like I don't know why, but like I was next to the thing, I was practically facing it, and it just wouldn't really work. So, you know. Oh, and here we have a mandatory bug trainer. I don't believe he'll have anything new. Oh, right. We haven't seen Kakuna yet. Basically, Kakuna is the evolved form of Weedle, who is one of the bugs that we were catching in the last video. Same sort of deal as like it's a cocoon stage. Like it's not very powerful, it's not fast, and it's really just there for you to do like some switch grinding, where basically you send one Pokemon out, you tag in for another Pokemon, and then you go from there. But you know, because of this game, you don't necessarily do that, and the bug lines do go pretty fast. Like, they should be your first experience with a fully evolved Mon, but they will quickly get outclassed. So, okay, so if we go up here, and there's a guy over to the left. He's right there. Now all you have to do is to pay him $500, which compared to everything else is not very much. He will give you a special Pokemon, which in this case is a Magikarp. Yep. A Magikarp, probably the worst Pokemon that you could possibly think of. But I did want to have this one because I never got a chance to use it for the Let's Go series. And there is a good reason why, because, okay, so, Magikarp, as it is, sucks. It only knows the move Splash, and will not learn anything new for another 10 levels, at being Tackle at 15. And even then, its stats are not very good. So, what you would have to do is that you would have to send it in battle, switch it out, and just keep on doing that a million times over because the experience is split evenly. However, as time went on, there have been easier ways to get Magikarp to evolve faster. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to be seeing that for a long time, and we're also not going to be. Well, I say a long time. We're not going to be seeing it for at least a few videos. And you're also not going to be seeing me give it a nickname, because, like, for some reason it doesn't after Pikachu, you're not given the option to have a nickname for your Pokemon, right? Like you're not given the option, do you want to give your Pokemon a nickname or anything like that? Like I don't like that. Oh, and also we have the female Nidorans. You can also find this at the route to the left of Viridian City, but at least in Let's Go, they're not quite as common as the males. But if you do get a Nidoqueen, it's actually pretty good. I actually beat this game the first time with a Nidoqueen, because I was not having any luck getting a king, and so yeah, gotta make do with what you got. But back to Magikarp for a little bit though. What it evolves into is not only a really powerful Pokemon, but it doesn't have a lot of the moves that make it a good Mon. And in fact, its move pool is not exactly the best, and I have to work with what I'm given, you know? Like, I got access to Waterfall, so I can do that. And I got access to Crunch, which is great for when I have to go up against Sabrina. And like also Agatha if I really wanted to. So, hold on a second. I need a drink. All right. So I went back to the coach trainer so that way I can face off against his Bulbasaur. Now, if I forget what the reward is, but basically you. But they're not impossible to take out. They're just going to be a little more challenging than most trainers because they're a little bit higher. They have they got more tools to play with and all that stuff. But fortunately, we have Headbutt, which will do some serious damage and can also get an occasional flinch, which is very nice. And like that, we defeated the Bulbasaur, and oh, that poor animation. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Okay, so we not only get over $1,000, but he also gives us something, which if I have a look, it's a revive. Revives are essentially when a Pokemon faints, you can bring him back to life. They're almost like smelling salts in a way, right? And here I was just trying to look at how much experience Magikarp needed. So yeah, it is going to take a while to get a Magikarp, and while I was here, I decided to get a little bit of an insurance Pokemon. This is Sandshrew, and Sandshrew is one of the most adorable Pokemon that I've ever seen in my life. I don't care what you say, I love him. Now, the reason that I'm getting a Sandshrew is because of the third gym. It is an electric type gym. And if we had a Nidoran, we could evolve it into a Nidorino, depending on the gender, and then into a Nidoking or Queen, because they're both ground types, which will work wonders for that gym. But just in case, I decided to get myself a Sandshrew this early, because Sandshrew, I think are pretty fast and powerful. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. And I also decided to catch another Rattata, so I can get everyone a little bit of experience. So here you go. But we are almost done with this particular video. The next area that we're gonna have to get into is Mount Moon. Now, thing is with Mount Moon, we will be tackling that in the next video. Right. I also want to show off the Mankey. Mankey is a really cool Pokemon. For me at least. I don't know why. I just like the Mankey. I like the pig monkey. Excellent! I think it's my first excellent in this game, but as you'll see... Oh, freaking hell, can you make a liar out of me? Well, anyway. So... let me see. Oh, right. With Mount Moon. Well, actually, what was I really going to say earlier? Oh, right. Actually, I should probably explain this. Well, actually, hold on a second. Hold on. So, right now, I am getting rid of some of the Pokemon that I have on hand. and sending the rest back to Oak. As soon as I remember how to do it, right here. So you select, go to send to Professor, and just send the Pokemon that are not in your party already back to Oak. And in exchange, Oak will give you candies. Now, these candies will help boost certain stats. Your health, your attack, defense, special attack, special defense, and your speed. However, these candies will come in different sizes. But you can only use those different sizes when your Pokemon have reached a certain level. Also, there are specific Pokemon candies. Like, I think there's a Pikachu candy, there's a Bulbasaur candy, something along those lines. I know there's rare candy, but that'd be another thing for another time. Okay, so something you're probably wondering is, why did I decide to bring Magikarp onto the team, even though I said it doesn't have a lot of the moves that it would normally have, like Ice Fang or I don't know, like Dragon Dance or something like that. Well, that's actually part of why I wanted to choose it for the Pokemon that you normally wouldn't think about. Because normally you would either go with Blastoise or Starmie for these games. Well, maybe the Gift Lapras that you can get in the Silphco, which is still a great Pokemon. Lapras is one of my top 10. But I wanted to do something that most people probably wouldn't do because of the moves and because of how long it might take. And thankfully, it's not going to take as long as the other games where there was no experience share or anything like that. So, yeah. The next time that we'll see each other, though, we'll be heading into Mount Moon. So, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and if you're new around here, please subscribe to the channel. We are close to hitting 1,000 subscribers, and, you know, I like to hit that number eventually. So, until next time, Social Goons, remember, reach for the stars.